Good morning, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, friends and neighbours, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls and vibrations. Hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend. What a day to be alive, by the way. Happy Monday to everybody and a happy birthday to me. Oh yes, you guessed it, I'm 39 years young today. And don't I feel every day of it? And don't I look every day of it too? A lot of wrinkles, scar tissue, just a mass of violent experiences. You know, I really have led my life face first. But I'm very grateful, I'm very fortunate. And I'm so pleased that I've experienced and endured, life itself. The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. I'm grateful for them all. I'm on a path now of improvement and self-searching. And it's nice. It feels good. I'm in a better position than I've ever been in. And I'm incredibly grateful, Thank you, everybody. Now, I'm going to make brief reference to this shadow bacon, right? For the next 11 weeks or so, I will not be giving this energy vampire any more of my focus. He did inbox me, used the word pal, which I wasn't keen on at all. And I let him know, and it's been blocked. I refuse to have this dosser in my inbox. Now, if and when I decide to stand this muppet on his head, it'll be when I say, it'll be where I say, and he'll get the crumbs that I say he'll get. And if he doesn't like it, we'll move on. I have a real fight to focus on against a real fighter, something this mug knows nothing about. He doesn't train, clearly. He's built like a bag of sick. He doesn't know anything about being a fighter. He's had one scuffle, really, with a punch bag on legs. He knows nothing about being a fighter, I'll pick him up in 11 weeks, 3 months or so, if and when I decide to do so. Until then, this wrong'un is just going to grow and grow anyway. He's going to be out there doing his thing anyway. So, in good time, chances are I'm going to stand him on his head because I can. And that's that, Enabler. Woo. Right. Now, Ebineezer. He's a good. Okay. Let me make first and only reference to this sausage on my channel. Now, how can I put this? Right, I was approached months ago with some information by these lads. They seemed pretty good at what they were doing. They showed me all kinds of stuff, and they had me pretty convinced they'd revealed the identity of this Ebineezer. Now, whether they have or whether they haven't, I am honestly unsure, right? I'm sceptical. If it is who they say it is, then not only have I passed him and seen him before, but the time will come when God will put him in front of me and we'll see what happens, I'll know if it's him or if it isn't, Until then, like I say, I remain sceptical. Now, it looks like these lads have got it right. Whether they have or whether they haven't, that's their business. Now, anything that's happened to anybody's house, anywhere, does not have my blessing. For one, that's not my game. That is not my rodeo. Even our Des, whatever happened to his house, had nothing to do with me and didn't have my blessing. Now, this dosser in question has a woman and a child in the house. Now, that's not my business involving a woman and a child. An innocent woman and an innocent child, by the way, it really isn't. It's not my game, and I refuse to have any involvement with anything that goes on towards any properties. It's that simple. Like I say, I'll see him before long, and I'll know then and there. Until then, I'm sceptical. But they seem pretty convinced. The information I've seen seems pretty damning. You know, all the things have just aligned. But as I've said, my thoughts were on his woman and child. Maybe that's where his thoughts should have been, you know. I mean, could it be that, you know, it's just got hot in the kitchen and you've shit yourself? Yeah. Seems like, you know, you're not cut out for this, mate. And, you know, to be honest, you are an inadequate male. Whether this person is you or isn't you, you are an inadequate male. You know, anybody that goes after anybody that's trying to improve is not a man, right? And you, sir, are no man, as we know. And like I say, we'll see how your reactions are when I see you. Well, time will tell if it's you. If it's you, if it isn't, it isn't. I really don't have enough invested in this. This is the circus that is YouTube. We can all coexist, you know. Haters will call them. They elevate, they motivate, they serve a purpose. And anybody out there who's struggling with the channel and struggling to do numbers, you know, inject some controversy. Put things out there that are open for scrutiny, you know, and the more negative feedback, the more trolls that you get, the better. Trust me. As I've said, you know, moving on. Time will tell. You know, this Dosser is clearly behind a few channels. You know, a shithouse, really. You know, top, the middle and the bottom of it. You know, and that's it. You know, moving on. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. I'm going to have a couple of days rest. I've done just over 8 mile in the last 2 days, which is more than I've done for a while in running. I've done 9 rounds of sparring, I think, yesterday. I got my nose popped. It's all blocked and swollen. But some good technical rounds. I was a lot sharper and more mobile than I thought I was going to be. So, you know, we're 10, 11 week out. So I can afford a couple of days off at this stage. I might have done a little too much over the weekend. And I'm sore and I'm in pain. So it's a case of feet up, good food, relaxation. And we'll see where the day goes. You know, have a beautiful day, brothers and sisters. Sometimes we've got to take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, because the truth is we're not always promised any more. Have a beautiful one, brothers and sisters. Bye-bye for now.